Hello everyone! In this video, we're going to talk about caffeine addiction. The structure of caffeine resembles another chemical in the brain called the adenosine. Because of their similar structures, adenosine and caffeine can bind to the same receptors in the brain. However, they will have different effects. Normally, when the adenosine binds to the receptor, it produces a sense of tightness. However, when caffeine binds to the receptor, it will not trigger the effect the adenosine does. It simply blocks the receptor, and you will still feel happy and awake. Additional to the wakefulness, when caffeine binds to the receptor, another brain's natural neurotransmitter will be released, which is dopamine. Dopamine is in charge of the reward pathway, so when it binds to its receptor, it will create a sense of happiness and also a wakefulness. It will further trigger other neurotransmitters activity, such as the adrenaline, and further increase the alertness and reduces feelings of tiredness. So how do people develop a dependence or addiction to caffeine? This is due to the chemical changes the sustained consumption produces in the brain. So if someone drinks caffeine on a daily basis, there will be more and more receptors in their brain, and he or she will develop a tolerance just as one would to other drugs or alcohol. After a while, the users require more and more caffeine to produce the same effects of alertness. Similar to other drugs, people who abruptly stop drinking caffeine after prolonged use will start to suffer from withdrawal symptoms and experience cravings, because less and less chemicals are binding to the receptors, so the caffeine effect that they're accustomed to will not happen again. This process is called the withdrawal symptoms. Now let's talk about what happens during withdrawal. The things that always happen during withdrawal are sleepiness, inability to concentrate, and sometimes dizziness. You feel sleepy and unable to concentrate because the caffeine that are used to present and keep you awake are not there anymore. However, there are more receptors that accept adenosine, which make you tired and want to rest. It is that when you quit caffeine, another brain's natural neurotransmitter will not function like it does when caffeine is present. That is the dopamine, which makes you happy. Therefore, you may experience a negative mood. This may also be caused by the sleepiness and dizziness that affect your normal daily life, which makes you frustrated. If your addiction is really severe, there may also be other symptoms that are more serious, such as headache and tremors. Caffeine withdrawal can also disrupt your body's regulation for temperature. Therefore, you may feel chills or hot spells, but you're not supposed to feel them. Luckily, unlike other drugs, the withdrawal of caffeine usually don't last long. So, what can we do every day to prevent addiction and all these sufferings? The best solution is to intake caffeine below the maximum intake, which is 400 milligrams. But how much is 400 milligrams? It approximately equals to 4 cups of regular coffee and 10 cans of cola. Also, be careful with the intake of energy drinks, which may also contain caffeine. So, this is all you need to know about caffeine addiction. Thank you for watching the video.